Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mansions. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. Today is April 15th, 2021. My dad would have been, God rest his soul, 95 today. Man, what a wonderful, wonderful man. And an Aries. Happy birthday, all Aries. We're still in Aries season. So, I mean, today the featured sign that I like to read for, as I read for the mid-month readings now, we're on the mid-month. We started with Aries yesterday. We're going around through Pisces. The featured sign gets the predominance of the message. Then I pick right in front of you right now. First of all, we're on Taurus. So, beautiful earth element of Taurus, whose sun season is coming right around the corner. On Monday it starts. So there's a lot to be excited and to celebrate about you, beautiful earth element of Taurus. And so I'm going to pick right in front of you the spirit guided love connection that is meant to be spoken about to you. And I do that through three major category messages with the beautiful tarot divination I have. I've switched them up from the beginning of the month. I am back on, I brought it out before, I love this deck, got it at Christmas, the Star Spinner Tarot. Then I go on to a new Oracle as well. So we get the highlighted connection. I pull in a rune that I just started doing to really kind of like just really the period for the messages, right? The culmination of the messages. It's been amazingly synchronistic and absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite oracle and divinations are the runes. And then I go on to the oracle messages that are for every single Taurus and every one of your love connections. If this particular highlighted connection isn't one you're feeling yet or know about yet, or just because you want to hear more messages, if nothing else, right? So your highlighted connection today, went right off the board, beautiful Taurus, is Leo. Oh yeah. Well, Leo is the fire sign, right? Leo is the fellow fire sign to Aries. So I honestly, as an astrology enthusiast for compatibility since I was 12 and done the studying and why people hang out, who gets along best, you know, because we all can get along, but some of us just gravitate for each other, and there's perfectly good reasons in the astrology world. And it's always just information and maps and guidelines for us to kind of recognize and utilize if we choose to, right? It's not predictive per se. It's awful, unbelievably continuously accurate, I can tell you that. But that's if you delve into it, which I would hope you would. You know, you can always look up your chart. I read for the sun sign, I call it. But so, for example, I'm reading the sun sign, featured sign of Taurus, and, you know, the sun sign of Leo. But, you know, if you have a Leo moon you know of, or, you know, a Taurus moon, I think it's equally as important because you have that energy within you. And the sun sign is only 1/12. So, yes, we have this beautiful, common, including in my own family, my mom and my stepfather, Taurus and Leo, always attracting very strong energies in their own right. We've got the earth element of Taurus and the fire. So Taurus is just so incredibly down to earth, practical. They're known for the bull, they're fixed sign, you know, they're steadfast, incredibly strong. I feel like they are very, very keen on the senses. They are ruled by Venus. Venus is the Venetian feminine planet that allows beauty and aesthetics and magic and relationships and the deepest types of love and connections. You know, my love connections are all types of love, from self-love and then onward, you know, friends, family, and so forth. And of course, close, tight relationships, marriages, you know, commitment. And then, so you know all about how it feels and how much you love luxury. Taurus is known as the money sign, okay? And Taurus is just loves all the finer things in life. It's that Venetian energy, boy. And they will work so hard and strive so hard. They are patient. They are, you know, they persevere. And they just make things happen. They generally, if they're really focused and motivated, as I said, depending a lot on your other planets, they're going to amass great wealth and, you know, properties or businesses. And they're incredibly resourceful, you know, very interesting. I love talking to the Tauruses I know because a lot of them happen to be in the financial world or CPAs or tax, you know, consultants. And they have that knowledge and they want to share it. They're known, the voice is the predominant body part that's equated with Taurus. They will speak to you. They will teach if you want to listen, if you want to hear. They're also amazing singers a lot of times, anything having to do with the vocal cords. But that's really beautiful because we're in a major predominant now era of air, which is about the mind and expansion of thought and creative ideas and ways to innovate our lives. And you're all for that. You may be set in your ways and like to do things routinely, which is commonly known for earth signs. And you may take a while to change, but you are open to it and you do want to evolve. You know, you have that side of you that wants to be there and to be a part of what's happening, you know. And you are super loyal, super caring. When you love someone, you're in it for the long haul. That's what I love about earth signs. They really, really care about the stability of things, the permanence, you know. And they put what it takes into that. Not everybody does that, which I just really appreciate that. It's always good to have an earth sign around you for just knowing that they're going to be the calm in the storm, okay? And they're going to be the sensible, you know, let's think this through, let's plan this out a little bit, you know, they read directions, that kind of thing. Not so good at that myself, but good people, very natural in a lot of ways, not necessarily a lot of makeup. It's a generalization, but for the most part, they like doing things that are natural. They like taking care of themselves in a natural way. They would prefer, you know, doing natural path or certainly eating the most fresh fruit and vegetables from their gardens and preparing it, you know, themselves. Not to say that there's plenty of people that, you know, eat out and such, but you know what I mean. There's that real genuine desire to be in touch more with the earth and the practical things we can see, feel, touch, you know, all the senses. So there's the little short, you know, culmination explanation of a Taurus. And then we got Leo. And Leo is almost pretty much the opposite in a lot of ways as far as it's fiery, ambitious, motivated, ruled by the sun. I can't seem to say that. The ruler is the sun. And it's all about expression. It's all about being seen and shining. And, you know, they are very, very interested in the notoriety and to be seen and recognized. They have a very big ego. The sun provides that for us. That's the sun sign. That's our interests, our motivations. The sun is the first house, our personal house, you know, how we want things to be, what we strive for, you know, and our ego has to be a part of that. And the ego gets a bad rap, but you want to have that ego as long as it's balanced in a good way, where you're listening to other people and you understand that, you know, it's a group thing here a lot of times. It's not just about yourself. It's about, especially in a relationship, give and take, okay? So we had the new moon, and boy, that was a fiery energy, and I was exhausted by it. I'm not going to lie, that was surprising, but I did feel like I just needed to get to bed a little earlier, drink a little more fluids, and, you know, I'm good to go. I really felt that. I think Leos are probably right there with it being a fellow fire. So there's just this enormous amount of desire and drive to keep moving and get something going, you know. I think a lot of us have felt stifled in a lot of ways. So that was a predominant energy that happened just this past Sunday or Monday. It was where you're located, 11th, 12th. And today's the 15th. So that can last, those energies can help propel us forward for the next 6 months. So I strongly recommend that if you're getting that incentive and you're feeling like, wow, the sparks of ideas and information. Now the moon was in your sign up until I think this morning at 2:10 or something a.m. Pacific Standard Time when it went into Gemini. So it went from kind of a grounded, you know, calming energy of, you know, practicality, finishing things you need to do, getting to your work, getting to your details, maybe doing taxes, you know, I know. But it's that time, right? We've got an extension. And then Gemini is just the opposite. Gemini is about getting around, getting out, you know, it's kind of erratic energy, you know, the duality of the twins. Certainly a mind, you know, air sign, so it's about the mind, you know, conversations, information, you know, opening up to new ideas, talking to people, You know, finding out something here, finding out something there. What else can I add to my inspiration and my intention with what I want to go forward with? That's kind of a beautiful energy for you. And so that's happening for a good day or so. And then, like I said, we enter into your sun season, Taurus. So it's definitely should be a beautiful time right now. And that's when everything that you're thinking of and you want to have happen, you really just start making it happen. You're just like, you're getting into it now. You're hitting the ground running. You're really wanting to get your hands dirty. You want to get that energy. You know you got to put some work into it. And all the signals and the signs and the energies from the beautiful planets are there to do just that for you. And your Leo companion, boy, they are fired up and they are so passionate. You know, you want that kind of friend or love or, you know, associate, anybody does, you know, that's going to support you and back you up and have that beautiful kind of courageous energy of like, yes, we can make this happen. You know, the biggest cheerleader. That's what you've got with this. And sure, you'll have some, you know, maybe power struggles because you're both so strong. But honestly, like I said, this is a relationship that just works because you have a lot of the same fundamental drives and interests, and the creativity of a Leo is unfounded as well. So that's extremely attractive to both of you. You could be great work partners. You could be the best of friends. You know, you love, Leo loves to be extravagant, boy. They're going to just go crazy, take you out on the town. And if this comes to love, you know, they're going to spoil you rotten. And they just want to be told that they're doing a good job and that, you know, they're pretty darn handsome, which most of the time they are. I'm not going to lie. They have these beautiful manes. Their hair is usually their standout, one of their standout physical attributes. But they too are fixed signs. So, you know, you guys got to, the love language, right? And how you connect and how you communicate is huge. And that's what this year is going to continue to bring forward. How am I expressing myself? How do I want to reinvent that? And how do I want to level up with that and be seen in a different way, technology-wise, when it's Aquarius time, which we're in, you know, with Jupiter and Aquarius, Saturn, the freedom versus conformity constantly throughout the year, the balance, the yin and yang, but powerful, beautiful energy to start and to expand things that we want to do. And also all the while being kind of directed so we don't go crazy or invest in the wrong ways or, you know, blow the money we do have, that sort of thing. It's always out of love. The universe wants to help us. So I like this a lot. That's kind of a capsule of what I believe the positive aspects of this connection are, because I always choose to go to the positive. We are going to have problems, you know, and that's just something. When you love someone, you work through it. You do what you have to do. You go to a counselor. You decide that you're going to take time out for special times just for the two of you. Another essential thing to do, right? And to listen and to just grow from each other. And you'll never learn more about yourself than you will in a relationship, right? So let's read the three major categories that have to do with this beautiful connection of Taurus and Leo today. And this is, like I said, the beautiful Star Spinner deck. It's gorgeous. And so the first category is always the overall energy that brought you to this reading. And I highly recommend for you to check your beginning of the month readings, because it's all just a storyline that continues, you know, the narrative. See if it's on the same vein, if it's, you know, the trajectory is going upward or otherwise. And then let me know, because I love to interact with you. You know, if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for supporting my channel and coming back and commenting so that I can have that, you know, connection with you, which is extremely important to me and why I do this. And if you're not a subscriber and you want to after this reading, please do support me that way, because it's free and it doesn't take long, and YouTube really wants to see people interested in my channel and liking and sharing and that sort of thing. Oh my, so the overall energy is the Three of Swords. And boy, I've had this come up in my readings personally. And this is the Three of Swords. This is the air element. This is the conversations. So there has been some definite hurt feelings, and, you know, something had been said, and there was a wound that affected your heart, you know. And I'm going to tell you, both Taurus and Leo are extremely passionate. So it's a part of the heart that drives them in what they do. And somehow there was a connection. And I don't even, honestly, I'm not just saying, I don't think it had to do with you. It could obviously have a percentage of you where words were said and they were misconstrued, and it was just like the communication was lost somewhere in translation. And it's something you want to work on. It's really important that you get past this because it's already done. It's already happened. It's not something coming up. When it's in the heart, it's a situation that's past. It's losses, it's grieving, it's all the things that so many of us are experiencing, right? And my heart goes out to you because it's never pleasant. And my dad, I mentioned he would have been 95 today. He passed away 18 years ago. But it was the biggest loss of my life, I think, at that point. It was just, we know it has to happen, right? And we learn and we grow. And thank God I had such a wonderful dad that I can talk to every day and feel so incredibly grateful to have had. So everyone, grieves and heals in their own time. But that's a predominance of what you're feeling now. You want to get past this. You want to move on, and that new moon can really help in that energy for you. So yeah, that's a part of life, isn't it? And once again, predominance may be having to do with a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarian. Or just during this time of Aquarius, that's predominant. We have the Mars, we have the moon in Gemini, that's another air sign. And then we do have Mars in Gemini. So that's fiery and that's ambitious. And sometimes, the warrior planet of Mars, which is the ruling planet of Aries, which is still the season that we're in, it gets overheated. It gets confrontational. It's the warrior. I will fight to the bitter end for what I believe in and what I trust and know to be true, right? And everyone's truths aren't always the same. So if there was a disconnect in some capacity, family member, whatever it is, it's the time to absolutely heal that and move forward. That's all I can say, because you never want to think you were angry with somebody and then find out that something happened to them, right? So I think that's the main message that I'm understanding that needs to be said to you. And that's the first one. So let's see what the storyline goes on to. The second category is the possible blessings or obstacles. Yeah, that's what I thought. This has happened. You felt it deeply. Some not as much, we're all different that way as well. But Ace of Wands, fired up to start new, to make that, to heal, to believe in the possibilities of miracles in every single aspect. And you know what I love about this particular Ace of Wands is that it is with the star, which is, the predominance of Aquarian energy, as I mentioned. With Jupiter is the planet in Aquarius now, and it goes into each sign every 12 years. It doesn't come that often in a lifetime. When it does, it brings amazing things and opportunities and transformations of life that you don't expect, like people leaving, people coming in, It's all about new and very, very innovative ideas, and technology comes out of the forefront. Digital coin, all these things that we thought at one point were just a passing thought. Now it becomes a reality. And coupled with the Taurus energy of grounding it into earth and making it permanent, this is a beautiful sign that you just want to move forward. You want to be happy. You want to be excited about your ventures and your new ideas and your inspirations. And by the way, I might say that this particular card is always known for physical attraction and great, great intimacy. So I feel like you're definitely ready to heal if there was something that happened on a romantic level, but it's just beautiful. It's just so fired up and beautiful and very, very positive energy moving forward. You're ready to do it. You're ready to begin. That's what spring does. That's what the first, this is the beginning of the astrology year when we start with Aries and spring and so forth. So really wonderful, positive, passionate motivations coming through with that. And it's the sun, man. You know, that's everything. That's our solar plexus and our power, the yellow. The third is the category of finances. And yeah, money is an energy. We all need that. You know how much you love it. Both of you love it. And you work for it, and you definitely deserve to reap the benefits as well and to enjoy it. And I pray that that's how you do it, because for me, like, I don't make a ton of money, but when I do, I always allow myself to celebrate in some way. And it could be small, but you need to do that. That's just my own personal opinion and tip for those that are watching and want to hear it. But that's essential with the energy and the currency and the give and flow and take. It's not being selfish. You're actually opening up the channels to receive more. And your beautiful card is, isn't that something? The Five of Swords. Well, there you go again with those swords. And you know what? You're putting down or picking up a couple more swords. You're like, okay, I am prepared to speak my truth, because once again, with the swords, it's the mind, it's the air, it's the communication, it's the conversations and information that continuum. You know, like clouds, air is necessary, but it also goes really well with fire. You know, they ignite each other and they work very well together. So I feel like, yeah, you may have had some troubled times, you may have difficulty getting your message across, but you're going to be just fine, and you are ready to come up with more conversation and to stand even stronger for what you want, and to make your finances stable, and to express yourself, and to be heard if you need help, if you want to speak to a specific institution that's going to make a difference. You know, this is also law, of course. You know, you might have a specific case out there. If you do, it seems like you're ready and prepared for it. You know, you're not going to let your guard down. And when it comes to your security and your well-being in your home and your, you know, because wealth is money, but it's also just your everyday needs, you know, family, job, income, food, and so forth. You're prepared to stand strong, you know, and to definitely communicate what you want. And not deal with people that you're not if they're not speaking your language, if they're not feeling what you're feeling, you're not going to take part in that. That's not going to happen. That's another really big indicator with the Five of Swords. And the Five is change. You know, this is a 5-year. We're here to reset and to redo what's happened to us last year. You know, we didn't expect it. We didn't ask for it. Uranus is in Taurus. It started last year, actually, I think before that. So once again, money, very much about money, you know. And so if it was hit, if you lost in the stocks and all the things that people talk about, I don't know a lot about, it will come back. It's unexpected with the Uranus. You never know, you know. It could bring you incredible amounts of wealth, and it could take it away. But being a smart Taurus, as you are, and wanting to help everybody, and your beautiful connection, you know, you can just really be very, very mindful, as the air quality is, and learn to ask for the right people to come into your life, to have the right conversations, to support you and direct you in the right directions when it comes to the best way to deal with your money, the best way to invest your money, if that's what you do. So yeah, you have some swords here, and that's okay. You know, that's the time we're in. You're feeling the energy. You're in connection with the energies right now, but you've got that beautiful belief and desire to start something fresh, start something new, and you're going to put everything into it, because that's what you do. So let me put the beautiful rune as the final message in this particular highlighted connection. And if it's not a Leo you know specifically, it is the energy of that, and it could be a Sagittarius or an Aries. It's definitely fire, and I also want to say it can happen in these ideas or this relationship, because maybe you were hurt and you're like, not in a rush right now. I'm going to kind of just play it by ear and just kind of let things go as they will, organically, which is something I see very commonly with earth signs anyway. You're not in a rush. You kind of play it out and, you know, let it naturally progress. And it could happen in the time of Leo season, which is what, 22nd, I think, of July through the 21st, 22nd of August, give or take a day. So yeah, you know, that's another thing that the highlighted connection can mean. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a situation or a time that helps you to evolve in your own way. And you have the beautiful, oops, a friend of mine just, I'm so glad I got them. I'm like looking all over. A friend of mine just turned me on to these, and they're so cute. I remember when I was younger seeing older people wearing them, like, okay. They're very handy though, because you don't lose your glasses. You have what I call the R. I don't know what it is, but I love this beautiful rune. Look at it, it's amethyst. So that's a protective, beautiful stone. And that I love to carry all the time as a massage therapist. And it just, it wards away negative energies and brings in, you know, positive energy and, you know, releases toxins and all those sorts of things. It's a beautiful healing stone. And it's purple, so, you know, you can't go wrong. But I'm going to put that right on that beautiful possible blessings or obstacles card. And I would imagine that that Ace of Swords is definitely, or Wands, excuse me, is definitely a positive. So let me read to you what it says and look at the book, because I don't have it memorized, but one day I will. I've been looking at runes for years. They've been around for centuries. One of the best divinations out there. So that R is going to be, where is that? Okay, it's actually Rado. Might be not pronouncing that properly. It's a 5. There you go again with the 5. So yeah, you have some changes, some challenges, you know. I mean, there's challenges in our life the whole time, right? Some of them are really exciting. I kind of meet challenges face on sometimes. It's like, bring it. I can do this. It's not something that you want to harm you in any way, but it's something that's a little out of the norm, something that's, you know, you're not used to. It can bring you that anxiety in a good way. But, you know, yeah, challenge is necessary. It invigorates us, right? Depending on the type. But so that's 5. So let's go to 5 and see what it says for you. Because it tells the time frame, which I really like, because that's been right on the money with that. And so it's, okay, oh, well, okay. The period of time, and it's called Ride. The stone, or the rune, is actually in English known for the term ride, which makes me think of the Chariot, where this Ace of Wands, you're just like, you're gonna make it happen. You're gonna go on this journey. And you are open to be guided. You know, you want to surrender in some ways, but you also want to be very active on your part as you co-create. And it says the time frame is from August 29th to September 12th. That's Virgo time. That's extremely compatible with you, Taurus. So just keep that in mind, you know, as a little side note. Take a note, maybe put it in a journal or something. The actual words are response, enthusiasm, undertaking. Something that you're starting maybe now is really going to unfold, you know, because nothing necessarily happens immediately. It can by August or September. And that's not that far. You know how fast time goes. Okay, so enthusiasm, undertaking, movement, travel. You might be traveling. You might be planning a beautiful trip you've been putting off for so long, and have been really heartsick about how you had to give up one last year, like a lot of us did. Or, you know, you're going the distance to get married because you postponed that. It's a what do they call it? Destination wedding. Ooh, there's a lot more information coming through now, and so many variables. But it's good. Travel, removal, help, cooperation. It's positive, you know, and it's just to reaffirm that life has a lot of positive aspects. It's what our perception is, right? And what we're looking at, what we're focusing on, and just releasing the things that are not happening. I'm really, really gung-ho on that whole objective. So I hope you like that, and I hope it makes sense. And if it doesn't resonate right now, please give it a little time, because this is not linear when it's about spiritual guidance and messages, okay? It's not predictive. It's just, it's an energy, you know. We feel it sometimes more stronger than others. And I'm going to go on now to the beautiful oracle that I love, which is the Starseed Oracle, because we're all stars. you know, in our own right. And it just has beautiful messages that I would like to impart with you now. And this is for every single beautiful Taurus, just before your beautiful sun season coming up. So I hope you do have a vacation and a special time set aside just for you. You know, that's really important. Your beautiful message for every one of you and every one of your relationships for today is: your life is a canvas. That's that beautiful ace that's starting up and painting whatever picture you want, creating whatever it is you want, and really believing that, you know. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. That's the creative in you. Like I said, you are an absolute manifester, and the Venus energy that you were born with inside of you has always made you a creator, a creative person. And that's on the spectrum that's, you know, from here to infinitum. I don't, you know, creativity is such a broad word, but, you know, it's on all levels. You could be creative being an accountant, you know, and the way you are able to add up numbers and just understand money once again, you know, and the symbols and all that. It's everybody's gifts are just so important. So it's in order, so, or alphabetical order, I should say. So let me read you what it says for the Y. Oops, almost there. Nope. Nope, I'm a little bit too far. It should be just before this. Where did it go? Okay, Helaman. I don't understand. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Your life is a canvas. You're the artist of your life, and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? This is about the time and to spend in your garden or out in nature or at home, whatever works for you, and even the smallest amount of time to go inward, you know. And that's another thing about this feminine energy, that, you know, the duality of feminine. It's about inward. It's about our heart. It's about, you know, that connection with our higher power and our creativity. Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the vibrations that match them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. That's it. And I love that, because sometimes I've done a lot. I don't think I give myself enough credit. I don't think any of us give ourselves enough credit. But I have those days that I said, oh, I'm not doing enough. I'm not creating, you know, and that's just absurd, quite frankly. And then when you're kind to yourself and you say, well, what am I meant to do, you know, and then ask and ask spirit or angels or whoever you choose to talk with, you get the answers. You simply do when you're open to it. So I love that for you. It's a beautiful illustration. Did I show you? Just you know, just the pastels and the beauty of life and nature. Just out in a garden or just somewhere where you feel, you know, you can really feel inspired. And the last beautiful oracle message is from the Super Attractor Manifestation deck, my OG deck. And it's about feeling the situations and life creativities that you want to manifest and bring into a tangible physical reality for yourself. Once again, it's so much a part of who you are and what you do and how you feel, and what you're putting out is what you bring back. You know, that is the law of attraction. So your message in closing, and I just want to thank you again for being here, everybody, taking the time. It means a great deal to me. And I hope you can feel this and you're, you know, like-minded about this. There's that, ooh, that beautiful sacral chakra, the grounded earth energy, right? How perfect. And just the woman who's pregnant with ideas and creativity and perhaps child. You know, I mean, that's always a part of the mix when there's a new beginning or a new opportunity, right? It could always be a child or, you know, wanting to have children, and but certainly an idea and a planting of the seed, which is just keeps coming back and back, doesn't it? And the whole metaphoric aspect of, you know, who you represent, what you are, Taurus. So there's so much, so much. And what the wording says is, I am patient, which you are. I got to give it to you. Knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. And mind you, there's that full moon in the background, and that's going to be in Scorpio. I think it's the 28th, 26th, 28th. Wow, that's going to really illuminate everything, okay? So be prepared, but it's beautiful, it's passionate, it's intense, you know, it's sensual, it's Scorpio, it digs deep, it looks for truth, and it reveals the truth. So I think it's important to know the truth. That's just my own personal opinion, but if you're interested in wanting to know and things have been a little unsure, it'll come through, okay? But I think it's going to be beautiful. And I wish you the best, you know. I want you to thrive in your relationships. And love is so powerful and beautiful. And I wish you well, and I hope you're doing well anyway. And so thank you again. Until next time, take care. Bye for now.